Hey, welcome to the Roadmap to Success Mastermind. My name is Nick Edwards. I'm the owner of myleadershipcoach.org, focusing on helping leaders to always get better. There's always room for better, and better is always better. Well, welcome to the Roadmap Mastermind. I'm excited that you're going to be on this journey with me as we continue to look at what it means to be able to grow. What does it mean to be able to reach success, and how do we get there? As I was thinking about this mastermind, I just realized there is so many people who live in a constant state of confusion. They don't have clarity for what they want. They don't have clarity for who they are. They don't have clarity for their job or their next step or their marriage or their family or any of those things. And the more we live in confusion, the more we live in chaos. And the more we live in chaos, we continue to live in a cruel world. And the only way to combat that is by having clarity for who we are, where we're going, and a clear path to how to get there. So I'm so glad that you've chosen to join this mastermind, just knowing that you will be better through it all. One of the things I just want everyone to know is as we go through this, I want to be able to answer some questions. Some people will be virtual, some people will be in the room. I'm actually having to re-record this because of some technical issues, but I want to make sure that you have all the resources that you need in order to be successful. So as you think about this, the roadmap to success, here was my first question for you. What do you think about? What do you think about when you hear that phrase? And here's what I want you to do for this mastermind. Make sure that you have some paper, maybe have a notebook, have something on your phone that you're taking some notes on. And I want you to write down answers. At times, I'm going to stop, I'm going to pause and give you a little time to write something down. So make sure that you take advantage of that time. So here's the first question. What do you think about when you hear that phrase? When you think of this phrase, the roadmap to success, it could mean a lot of different things. And maybe you have all kinds of different ideas. Maybe you have this idea of a map, and are you going to pull out an old school map and try to unfold it and look at it? Are you going to think about Waze and how your Google Maps get you from point A to point B? But in all those scenarios, the most important thing is knowing the destination. And so when you think about this roadmap to success, the most important part is where are we going? You have to identify that to. What is the to we're going towards? What is that goal? What's the end destination that we seek? And for this, it's to success. What is the roadmap? What are the directions to get to success in our life, in our leadership, in our business, on our teams, in our community, in every position that we serve in? How do we get to that position of success, and what does that look like? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about, what does success mean to you? What does it mean? What's the definition of that? How do you define success for your life, your leadership, your business, and every other part of who you are? See, most people look at it like this. Let's see if we can make this play. They have some darts and they just begin throwing darts at problems. They begin throwing darts at, maybe this is the direction I want to go, and they just kind of cover their eyes and throw it out there. But they don't have really any strategic plan. They don't even know where they're going. They're just aiming somewhere. And most people, they don't hit the bullseye like that. They hit all over the place. And as you start thinking and as you start focusing, you go, okay, I know where I want to hit, and I begin aiming at that bullseye, and I get better at hitting that bullseye and aiming towards the dead center of the target. And then one day you realize that the thing you've been aiming at, the goal that you've been shooting after and that you've been longing to get to, isn't actually the most successful step. So what do you do in that point? What do you do when the thing that you've been aiming at isn't the very best thing? You see, what I realize is in darts, professionals don't aim at the center. They actually aim at the 20, the triple 20 to be specific, because that's the most amount of points they can get. And so they have learned it's not just the middle, it's this triple 20. It gets the maximum return. Have you ever thought about all the darts that you've thrown in all the different directions of life in your business, that you're just hoping that something hits a target and maybe you'll reap the reward of hitting it? Heck, a 9, 10-year-old kid can throw enough darts at a dartboard and eventually hit the bullseye. But are you doing it intentionally? Are you putting yourself on this path to success, this roadmap to success? Or are you just hoping that something hits? So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you 1 minute and I want you to write down a definition of success. What defines success for you, your life, and your business? You ready? Go. No, really, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to play a timer and I'm going to wait for you to write down some ideas. Get another 30 seconds. And I know we're just getting started. Maybe you don't have it all outlined yet. I actually don't expect you to have it all written out yet. But I want you to have a direction that you think you want to go. All right, another 10 seconds. Hopefully you got a few things on paper, started making a few notes of what defines success for you and your future. So here's a definition I want to give you. Success is accomplishing the desired results. Okay, so what does that actually mean? Well, success is accomplishing something, but accomplishing what? The desired results. What are the results that you want to accomplish? It could be in one small area of your life or your business. It could be in bigger areas, but this desired result, this very clear definition, this very clear result that you want, how do you achieve it? How do you accomplish it? And that's when success begins to happen. So check this out. Let's look at this formula for what success really is. The success formula. Make sure you write this down. We're going to go back to it a lot. Okay, well, that's just a math problem. X plus Y equals Z. So what does it actually mean? X is a clearly defined goal. It's a clearly defined goal that has 2 to 3 economic objectives. When you're writing a clearly defined goal, you have to have a financial component to any goal that you have, especially in business. You have to have how you are going to market it, how you are going to grow it. There has to be a financial component, an economic objective to your goal. So X plus Y, so X is going to be that clearly defined goal. What is that clearly defined goal, and how do you make it to include 2 or 3 economic objectives? And so I know what you're thinking. Well, why does it just have to be economic objectives? There's going to be other components, but it has to have this. Pretty clear. Because if there's no money, there is no business. There's nothing moving forward if you don't have the cash flow. So many businesses fail. So many young businesses, so many new entrepreneurs fail because they do not have the cash flow to keep going. So we have to have economic objectives. We have to have financial objectives as part of our growth plan, as part of our roadmap to success. And defining what success is, we have to have a very clear economic goal associated with that. So that's our X. The next part is this, Y. Y is the clearly defined date. So a clearly defined goal with a very clear end date in mind. So this could be a weekly goal, this could be a monthly goal, quarterly goal, this could be a yearly goal. But there has to have an end date. Some people try to think about what does 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years look like. I do that with all of my clients. I want them to dream big. It's a big part of who I am. It's part of the book that I'm writing right now of big dreams and small steps. I want you to be able to dream big, but when we talk about success, when we talk about defined goals and very clearly defined goals, they need to be a little bit shorter, nothing more than 2 years, and then we'll break it down even smaller and smaller from that. So what's the clearly defined? At the end of quarter 1, at the end of quarter 2, by the end of the year, we will have accomplished these 3 financial economic goals. So clearly defined goal, a clearly defined date, and then a clearly defined why. This is where a lot of people struggle. It's really where I struggled so much at the beginning of defining what is my why. I mean, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to help leaders. I knew I wanted to be able to help business owners and help people to get to that next level and who they are as a person, knowing who they are, why they exist, what they're going after. But that same thing is true for you and your business. Do you have a clearly defined why? Simon Sinek made this famous with start with why. But it's not just the why for your business or why your business exists. It's understanding that the very best businesses know that their why is solving a problem. What problem do you solve? It doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter if you are a home builder or you're a realtor. It doesn't matter if you're insurance, you're a manufacturing company, you are a counselor, you have businesses all around the nation. It doesn't matter what it is. You have to solve a problem. That's when people buy stuff. They buy stuff in order to solve a problem that they think they have or they actually have in life. So, what problem does your business fix? See, that's what will make you unique in your marketing. It's what will make you unique in how you process your goals and you process your staff meetings by understanding that everything is about focusing on how do we solve this real problem, a real problem in people's lives. So X, a clearly defined goal with economic objectives accomplished by Y will give us a clear plus Z, our clearly defined what problem we solve. So let me give you some examples of what this looks like. So here's an example number one. We will sell 200 family homes by the end of 2025 because no one should live in a home they don't love. I love this statement for a real estate firm. We will sell 200 family homes. So we understand that there's an economic part of that. We'll sell 200 family homes. It's clear, very clear of what the goal is. By when? By the end of 2025, because this is our why. This is the what problem we want to solve. No one should live in a home they don't love. Man, I can think about the very first home we ever bought. And when we moved in, we were so excited. It was huge. It was the biggest thing we ever thought we could ever afford. It was about 1,500 square feet. And we were so excited about what this next thing was going to be in our life. And then 3 kids later, we went, okay, this house got really small. And so we got in this cycle of, I don't think we like this house anymore. This house isn't good enough. Now, we can talk about all the reasons that that's a bad idea for me personally, but this real estate company understands that this is a real thing. No one should live in a home they don't love. And so we want to help them get in the home that they will love, that they want to raise their family in, whatever that looks like. Great example there. Look at this next one. This is a marketing firm. We will sell 2,000 new ads, add 20,000 followers, and add 50,000 new leads by the end of the year because small businesses deserve to market their business at a fair price. So they are a marketing firm helping small businesses to be able to grow their business. They have some clear things. We will sell 2,000 ads. We will add 20,000 followers. I would assume it's to their social media. And they will add 50,000 new leads. So understanding that it takes a lot of leads to get some followers to actually close the sale. Very clear economic objective, how they're going to be able to get there. By when? By the end of the year, because small businesses deserve to market their business at a fair price. Love it. Great example. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a little time. I'm going to give you about a minute to begin writing your statement out for success. What does success look like for you and your business going through this formula? Clear goal, clear date, and here's why, because this is who we are. You ready? I'm going to give you about a minute. Go ahead and begin working now. Keep going. Keep thinking. Make it small. If it feels too big for you, slow down. Like one thing, one small area that you want to get better at, one small goal that you want to accomplish. Another 20 seconds. A few more seconds. And here's what I want you to know. We're going to talk more about this each and every week. So make sure you have these notes. Make sure you continue to work on this. This is not just during this time, but I want you to begin processing and thinking through, how do I communicate this to my team? How do I begin thinking differently about what are my goals? Making sure they're clearly defined, clearly in date, and they always have to come back to who you are as a company, what problem you solve, why you exist, and why the community, why the world is better because you are there. So I gave you this first formula, X plus Y equals Z. So how you begin to define success, that's our roadmap, right? That's our destination. That's what we're trying to go towards. That's our end goal. And now I want to tell you the most simple formula. This simple formula, I've actually worked to have it trademarked. I'm in the process of having that done because this changes everything. It's almost too simple. It's almost too good. And if you get this, it really will change your business. All of my clients we're working through this process. All of them are working through, how do we get better in these areas? So wait, what? So the answer is 4, Nick? So if I was going to ask you, fill in the blanks. Blank plus blank equals 4. You go, okay, well, that's easy. 2 plus 2 equals 4. You're right. 2 plus 2 does equal 4. Of course. But so does 1 plus 3. And so does 0 plus 4. So there's different ways that, and different percentages that we have to put in the weight of this formula, but it all comes down to this formula. Are you ready for it? This is good. This is important. This will change how you think and how you process everything in your business. And here it is. It's simple. It makes you better. Better is always better because people plus systems equal results. Did you hear that? People plus systems equal results. Your current people with your current systems are giving you your current results. And you go, well, I don't like my current results. I know, I get it. That's why you're here. This is why I work with clients to help them get better, to identify the problem, because they are getting results. You can look at your P&L sheet. You can look at employee retention. You can look at all these different things, but you are getting the current results of your business, of your life, of everything that you are doing because of this one simple formula. People plus systems equal results. This is going to be the basis for everything that we do for this roadmap to success mastermind. We're going to break this down. We're going to look at how do we lead people? How do we connect people? How do we hire? How do we fire? How do we promote people? How do we create a system of clear communication that people feel empowered? They feel like, I want to be at this job. I mean, let's just be honest. Customer service in our culture today is struggling. There are so many companies that you walk in and you can't even get someone to say hi. Literally this week, I was pulling into Dairy Queen with me and my wife decided to go get an ice cream one night. And we pull up to the window and this guy in a truck pulls outside, almost like as if there was a second lane. And the lady at the window, the window's right here. The lady at the window goes, "Hey, sir, what are you doing up there?" And he goes, "Well, I ordered from the second lane. I thought this was the right place." And she goes, "No, we don't have anybody out there. You don't have to go all the way back around." And he goes, "I'm not going back around. I've already ordered." And she goes, "Well, we can't help you." And he goes, "Well, I'm just going to leave then." And she goes, "Well, fine, you can leave. Bye." And I just went, oh my gosh, what just happened right here in front of us? They're actually yelling through our windows at each other. Customer service is struggling because people don't have clear purpose, clear definition for their life, clear goals that they want to accomplish. The people plus the systems get results. So how do you have clearly defined goals, clear roles, clear evaluation, clear appreciation so that the system is set up for your team, for this team at this moment of September of 2024 to get the results you truly desire? So that's what we're going to break down throughout this mastermind. We'll have more discussion. Make sure that you join in every week on Tuesday nights. We'll have discussion. We'll have online discussion. We'll have in-person discussion. I'm glad that you've made the choice to get better. I'm glad you've made the choice to say, I want to define success. I want to create people and systems that get better results than we ever thought were possible. Continue to learn, continue to grow. This formula will make you better. And just know, better is always better. Can't wait to see you next week. Have a great day. Continue to get better. See you then.